Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
An attack on the way home from school left a 10-year-old boy busted up, and it was all caught on camera. The shocking video, plus who's behind bars in connection with the beatdown.
The mothers of the so-called Bakersfield 3, friends who went missing or were murdered within weeks of each other, now have something they've been fighting for months. Not the answers they were hoping for, but a tool that could help.
With Bakersfield as the backdrop, a new film prepares to premiere, not in Hollywood, but at the Fox Theater. How you can watch it and help local veterans at the same time. This is Friday, March 29th, 2019. Good morning. Great to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Olivia LaVoice and for Alex Fisher and Kevin Schrett. Welcome to the early hours.
A name that you've never heard on Sunrise, right?
That's not true.
I was on Sunrise back in the day.
It's been a while. And filling in on the anchor desk.
That's true. This is my first time.
There's a first for everything.
Still waking up.
And we have to deal with Kevin.
That's the thing she's most worried about this morning, is having to deal with me.
Well, I'm not going to fight you on that one.
We're going to have fun, and we're glad to have you here with us this morning.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
And I'll tell you, the weather has been beautiful. Yesterday, we did see a little rain in the morning hours, and a change on the way for the weekend. More sunshine, warmer temperatures, so that's great news for everybody who wants to head outside. 47 degrees on the temperature right now. Calm wind, only expecting a light breeze as we go throughout today. And as we take a look at the hour by hour, we're going to start out right near 47, a few clouds, and then we'll clear it out, and we'll look for the upper 60s this afternoon under mostly sunny conditions. And right now, Tehachapi at 37, west-northwest wind at 13, so a little bit of a breeze. That will continue throughout the day as well. And hour by hour here, starting out in the 30s and then 50s this afternoon. And then we take a look at the golf forecast. It is Friday. A lot of folks probably hit the course, and here's what you can expect. We will see a few clouds to start 8 a.m., 58 at 11 by 2 o'clock, mostly sunny.
Cases behind the Bakersfield 3 now have officially all have rewards attached to them. Michael Holsenbake, James Kolstad, and Bailey Despot were three friends who all either went missing or were murdered within a month of each other. The mothers of each victim have spent nearly a year fighting for this, and it seems their hard work has finally paid off.
The three mothers absolutely deserve the credit for educating the public and the County Board of Supervisors that the nonprofit secret witness was broke. Therefore, major crimes, including their children's cases, could not get any reward money. They set out to change that for all cases, not just their children's. In October, the three mothers went in front of the Board of Supervisors to tell them about their children's unsolved cases and talk about how the lack of resources has affected them. The emotional plea invoked tears from Supervisor Leticia Perez and sympathy from each supervisor, who were all grateful that the mothers shed light on the lack of funds for secret witness. In total, the supervisors donated $35,000 from their discretionary funds. The mothers also raised several $1,000s on their own. Shortly after the money came into the nonprofit, we saw new rewards for the murder of Matt Odom and Bradley St. Clair. The mothers patiently waited and hoped their cases would get a reward as well. This week, that confirmation finally came. There is now a reward for up to $10,000 for information that leads to arrests in the murder of Michael Holsenbake, and a reward of up to $10,000 in James Kolstad's murder case. For Bailey Despot's case, there is a reward for up to $16,000 for information in her disappearance. Now, earlier this week, the three mothers also personally invited the Board of Supervisors to attend the Crime Victims March on April 9th in front of the Liberty Bell. This year, the annual DA's Victims March will focus on unsolved crimes. The three mothers will be speaking at the event.
The Kern County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a baby in southeast Bakersfield. Deputies responded to a home on Avenida del Sol right near Shirley Lane Elementary around 1:15 yesterday afternoon. KCSO says the infant was taken to the hospital but was pronounced dead. No word on how the baby died, as KCSO is not releasing any other information at this time.
Well, new developments in our continuing coverage of Kern Corruption. The businessman convicted of helping police officers sell stolen drugs is asking for a lighter sentence than his partners received. You may remember, in October, Noel Carter pleaded guilty to federal charges in Fresno and was ordered to pay $286,000 in restitution. Carter admitted his role in the drug ring that raided local police and sheriff's departments' evidence lockers for drugs. The plea agreement revealed Carter sold those drugs for former Bakersfield police detectives Demasio Diaz and Patrick Mara at the Bank of America building in downtown Bakersfield. That's right across the street from the courthouse. Yesterday, Carter's attorneys asked the court to determine that he is less culpable for the crimes than Mara and Diaz. His lawyer is also asking for Carter's sentence to be less than 4.5 years. And we have a page on our website dedicated to Kern Corruption coverage. It includes details of how this all unfolded. It also has a timeline explaining the rise and fall of the officers' careers and what has happened since they were convicted on federal charges. You can find that on our page, KGET.com.
A violent beating caught on camera. A 10-year-old boy from Nichols Elementary School was attacked by bullies as he headed home from school last Thursday. The Bakersfield City School District says it happened shortly after the student got off the bus on Eaton Street and Church Avenue. The bus driver heard an altercation outside and saw older students following the boy. The district says the bus driver then contacted transportation headquarters, who advised the driver to call police, but they didn't show up in time. The boy's mom says 2 older boys held him down and beat him. Then they chased him home, where security cameras captured part of the attack. The boy's mom says he suffered a concussion, bruising to both eyes and forehead, a busted lip, and several bumps on the head due to kicks while he was on the ground. The district held a meeting with students and their families to discuss the incident. BCSD says the issue was resolved, but it plans to follow up with the families to provide additional support.
Now here's a great combo, coffee with the cop. The Bakersfield Police Department is holding its next one this morning at the Starbucks on Gosford Road from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can drop by, grab a cup of joe, and talk to officers. Kids are welcome as well.
A local family-owned business is marking a big milestone this year. Earners, located on Weibel Road in southwest Bakersfield, is celebrating its 100th anniversary. The store held a celebration yesterday, and city officials, including Mayor Karen Go, were on hand to mark the occasion. Earners opened its first home appliance store on September 19th, 1919. Despite some ups and downs over the decades, it has managed to stay in business for a century.
It's been a long journey. There have been a lot of recessions, a lot of hard times, but Bakersfield is a great community. I always say we have the best customers in the world. So we've seen generations of families come one after the other and buy from Earners.
And Earners is giving back to the community in honor of its 100th anniversary. The store presented a $25,000 check to the Boy Scouts of America Southern Sierra Council.
Well, a new film is bringing Kern County to the big screen. The movie Oildale premieres at the Fox Theater in downtown Bakersfield tomorrow. The film is a serious story. It's about a World War II veteran and the effects war had on him. The Fox is hosting a special screening at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Tickets can be purchased online, and proceeds will benefit the Wounded Heroes Fund and the Fox Foundation. All the information is on our website, KGET.com. Well, it's a new program aimed at breaking down financial barriers for those struggling with substance abuse and addiction. 17's Karen Wah was at a fundraiser last night for a new nonprofit recovery center and joins us with the story behind it.
A stay at a detox center can cost tens of thousands of dollars, but Open Door Recovery Center aims to take patients regardless of their ability to pay. Meet Louis Wright, husband, pastor, father of 4, and former drug addict.
What I remember most was the look in my husband's eyes when his addiction had finally gained full control of his life.
When Wright was prescribed OxyContin for a back injury, the medication became his gateway to heroin.
I actually wanted help, but I didn't have any of the finances or the resources to get help.
Ultimately, a friend's generosity allowed him to enter a treatment program.
By the time somebody decides they want help, they've kind of exhausted all financial resources. There's no job, there's no insurance, there's no family that's willing to pay. And some of these detox services can be up to $25,000.
That's why Wright and his wife Jairus are launching One Door Recovery Center, a detox facility geared toward those without insurance.
Those people that don't have the ability to pay, they still need to be detoxed.
And how they'll do that? Through faith that local businesses and sponsors will step up and donate.
So based on the community support, that would be based on our availability to have an opening.
The program will also offer individualized therapy, group sessions, and family counseling.
It's affecting higher income communities. You know, addiction doesn't discriminate. So we're seeing it in Seven Oaks, we're seeing it on Cottonwood, we're seeing it across the board.
They also hope their services can help much of the homeless population.
I believe making access to these services is super vital for us to see our city transformed.
The Wrights say they hope to open their facility in North Bakersfield in 3 months. In the meantime, you can donate at their website, onedoorrecovery.org. I'm Karen Hua, 17 News.
Well, between laundry soap, shampoo, and other products, the cost of keeping clean can add up, but there are ways to reduce it. As Money reporter Stacey Johnson shows you, you could use homemade laundry detergent or even skip it altogether.
Unless you're interested in limiting the number of friends you have, having clean laundry is a good idea.
But isn't it agitating to pay so much for laundry detergent? The manufacturers are cleaning up, but in the meantime, you're getting put through the ringer. What's a washer to do?
Here's an idea that goes back to the beginning of wearing clothes altogether. Don't use any detergent at all. A modern washing machine can actually clean lightly soiled clothes by just agitating them in water. If you don't believe it, sort through the internet. There are several bloggers who have tried this with pretty good results. That's how you can save 100%. But if that sounds a little extreme, how about saving 90%? You can do that by making your own detergent. Here's how. Take a cheap bar of soap, grate it up, and melt it in some boiling water. Once it's dissolved, add the mixture to a pail with 3 gallons of water. Then, add a cup of borax and a half a cup of washing soda. Stir all that together, let it sit overnight, and it's ready for washing. The ingredients we bought will make more than one batch. Total cost per load in the neighborhood of 2 cents. Store-bought detergent, on the other hand, depending on what you buy and where you buy it, could cost about 20 cents per load. That's 10 times more.
So here's what comes out in the wash. Some people don't use laundry detergent at all. Some save 90% by making their own. But even if either of those ideas is too extreme, here's one. Try using less detergent. See if it works.
And if you want more tips, including full recipes for homemade, just go to moneytalksnews.com and do a search for laundry. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacey Johnson.
Money Talks is brought to you by your local consumer credit counseling service. If you've got debt problems or just want some free budget counseling, call today.
Well, if you need an excuse to shop and shop small, well, it is Mom and Pop Business Owners Day. The day honors business owners who put in long hours to make their dreams become a reality. According to the Small Business Administration, there are more than 27 million businesses owned by moms and pops across the country. And there are so many. Thanks for listening to the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's a 15-minute summary of everything you need to know about Kern County. There's a new episode every weekday.